This is the GLS approach to runway 29 at Newark Liberty International Airport. The plan view illustrates the New York Class B terminal airspace, showing the close proximity of the two other principal airports, LaGuardia and JFK. The approach begins using waypoints on the approach path coincident with the ILS approach to runway 4 right at Newark, keeping traffic flowing into the terminal area along established or legacy arrival routes, so aircraft remain well within the airspace criteria of the airport of intended landing. At the appropriate waypoint, the approach to the specific runway desired can be customized to include actual vertical and lateral profiles, using a constant angle descent with guidance to any runway on the airport, using approach-specific flyover waypoints to precisely align the aircraft with the landing runway. The ability of GLS-equipped aircraft to use secondary runways helps facilitate non-GLS-equipped aircraft to use legacy runways and approaches during periods of peak operations, keeping clear of any traffic conflicts presented by other runways in use or protected airspace from surrounding airport approach paths. The GLS approach path can be tailored to achieve specific tolerances in altitude and custom flight paths using many different criteria. An approach to LaGuardia Airport is shown and the GLS approach path is depicted nearby, allowing both approaches to be flown without either aircraft encroaching within the limited airspace. This takes advantage of a seldom used available landing runway without interfering with established flight patterns at either airport, expanding the number of operations available compared to using only the single runway at each airport. The overhead view shows approaches to both airports running simultaneously as the buffer zone of airspace remains clear using spacing and altitude separation built into the approach tolerances, maximizing flexibility for air traffic control to use an additional runway while adhering to flight paths already consistent with the traffic in the busy terminal area. The aircraft approaching runway 29 is able to use the same airspace as if on an approach to runway 4 right, and by adding 3 to 4 additional waypoints can easily be aligned with runway 29 for landing.